Hey, welcome to my Nightmare walkthrough for Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake. I'll give you an intro in a moment. Just first, you want to come on to New Game Plus. You want to select Nightmare difficulty. And you want to select that last cleared game save you made. So the last one you made. And it should be that one at the bottom. If you follow my other guide, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can basically only new games from any end game saves. You know when you complete a game, get credits. The game asks you to save afterwards. You're going to make sure you load that one. But make sure it's the latest one you've done with all the endings unlocked on it. And of course you've got all the extra ending charms. For example, Mio's charm, Kazabi's charm, Sei's charm. You want all those. The main one you want is Mio's charm. So you need that in order to get the Nightmare ending, the special one. And you have to complete all the side quests in order to obtain that charm. Of course, we did it on story, done all the side quests, got that charm. So when we started Nightmare now, we're ready for it. Right, so Nightmare. There's a few specters we need to get still. The first 5 we're going to get right at the start, and then the final one is going to come right at the end. So after this kind of like first 10 minutes, you should have only one spectre remaining, and that should be pretty much all the collectibles done. I mean, we've still got to get all the spirits, all the charms for the upgrade them all, and get enough beads. But yes, in terms of like spirit collectibles, you pretty much have them. So when you crouch beneath your slog, you see these 2 specters running ahead. Make sure you quickly get a photo. Yeah, them 2 specters running away. That'll give you 3 different spectre entries. You'll get young Mio running, young Maya running, and young Pear running. So you get 3 different entries from those. And the one you should have remaining at the end, by the way, is Spectre 156, Mayu questioning. Yeah, 156. So coming up when we get these next 2 spectres, you should have only one remaining. That'll be number 156, the official number. So any others you're missing, just look for the numbers you're missing in your list, and they're the ones you need to keep an eye on as you go through Nightmare to get yourself, or of course get them in chapter select later. You can of course refer to my text guide and just search ones you're missing, guys, and you can find out where they are and the best time to get them. Of course, some did come in chapter select, remember. So if they did, that means you might have to do some side quest stuff to get them. But because you've got all the charms that you need, you know, from the endings, you know, the sparkling spirit stones, you should be able to do most of the side quests if you need to. Anyway, when you come down here, quickly get a photo of that spectre entering the house, guys. So that skill entering house. Make sure you quickly took a photo of that spectre when you come down the hill. Yeah, that spectre was just walking into the house. Right, once got that one, I'm going to head inside. Yes, and that spectre was actually the first one in the list, 001. Girl entering house. So come inside afterwards. Once inside, come in and grab a flashlight. As you can see by the length of the video, it's a lot quicker than now 100%, which is nice because I thought this might take a bit longer. And we'll have another spectre coming up soon. So let's get this other spectre out of the way, guys, and then I can kind of let you know how this walkthrough is going to go. Yeah, it's nice that we only got one collectible pretty much coming up, and then there's no other one until right at the end. Okay, so my build I'm going to be using is these 4 charms. So Zoisite, apologies if I pronounce any of these incorrectly, Lazulite, Auto Charge, Charm, and Faintly Glowing Crystal. Basically, I've got the ones which increase my reload speed, the one which makes it so I auto lock onto enemies when I raise my camera, and the other 2 basically just to increase the damage of the standard filter. So once got a flashlight, come in here and grab the motive key. We're going to need that to gain access to the altar room in a second. Once got a motive key, come through this corridor and get ready for another spectre. Yeah, there she is. Get a photo of that spectre. And that's woman vanishing at altar. And that's 003. So if you come to your spirit list, spectres. Yeah, that's what it should be on now. Spirit list 374 out of 375. You've got 1 remaining. You've got everything else. Yeah, don't worry about our spirit stone. That's just one we need to buy from shop, but we'll do that later. Basically in the cleanup in the very last video. Yes, you've got 1 spectre remaining now, guys. Make sure you've got a photo of that spectre that's just walking towards his door. Then you want to unlock the door with your key. Then come inside, grab a document. You have to grab the camera again, which will fall down. I know we've already got it, but we still got to go through some of the story steps. You'll get all these photos. Yep, you need all these. Not all of them, but you need most of them. Right, so afterwards, try to exit. You have to raise your camera briefly and lower it. Yeah, try to exit, you'll get attacked, then save your sister. And then we can head upstairs. Yeah, because you're on Nightmare, enemies will do a lot more damage to you. They still go down fairly quickly. You do get a bit more PP, it's not much. The game makes it sound so you get a lot more, but it's not. I mean, hopefully they're going to patch that eventually. So I feel like I should get a lot more PP on Nightmare, just to, I guess, make the grind not as bad. But the grind is mainly the prayer beads. It's not really the PP, it's the prayer beads right at the end. Because even after doing this Nightmare, we're going to have 111 prayer beads, and you need 420 altogether. So still need like about 300. So yeah, it's going to be quite the grind, guys, after completing this playthrough. Of course, I'll walk through it in the final video when it goes live. But yeah, expect quite a bit of grinding after this. You've still got a good few hours to grind, unfortunately. So when you've done in that room, come outside and try to exit. When you try to open the door, you'll find it locked. And you'll see a spectre on the upper floor. Head upwards and then you can go into this door on the left into the guest rooms. All you have to do in here is you need to go and grab a notebook. Yeah, you probably noticed it as well. There's much less items to pick up. Yeah, I will be pointing out most of the items and all the prayer beads and transcendence beads we pass. Because on Nightmare you do find transcendence beads. Yeah, but in terms of just like ammunition, you know, materials, there's not many. But I will point out the ones we come across. So grab a woman's notebook 9 on the floor. Then you want to defeat this enemy. And that'll finish chapter 1. And in chapter 2, you have to go in the side room near the main entrance to these few guest rooms who came inside. Defeat the Wraith inside the side room. Then you have to go inside and grab the radio. Once you've got the radio, you can then exit the house. Yeah, you will get some more enemies in some spots. For example, this enemy in this radio room in a moment. I don't think it's there in the normal difficulties. It only spawns on Nightmare. I mean, it's mainly on the later chapters when you get a lot more enemies spawning. The first kind of like first 6 chapters, not too bad really. So yeah, this enemy defeater. So remember to zoom in fully, as much as you can. Try to cover as many focal points for maximum damage. Just try not to go too crazy with your film. Because like I mentioned, there's much less ammo to collect. You can buy it from the from a lantern if you need to, guys. Yeah, as an emergency, if you really need some ammo, you can buy it from the save points. All it means at the end of the day, you might have to farm a little bit more, which isn't a big problem. So yeah, just buy ammo if you need it. But I mean, hopefully it should be okay. So once you got that door open, come back outside to the hallway, get a cutscene, then make your way back to the entrance. There should be an enemy standing nearby. Take care of the enemy, and you can head outside. Outside, you'll get the paraceptual filter. You do carry over most of your charms and collectibles, but your filters, you have to get them again as per the main story. And I'd also advise try not to spend too much. Like, buy ammo if you need it, but try to buy cheap ammo. Because you want to try to complete the game with over 1 million, because then you can buy 2 new charms you get. Basically, when you get all the endings, you unlock 2 special charms. The Endless, I think it's called Endless, and the Ritual. Basically, one gives you infinite ammo, which is great, and the other one makes it so every photo you take is a fatal frame, which of course means more damage, so that's good as well. And they cost $500,000 each, so you're going to make sure you've got enough to buy them after finish Nightmare, so then when we start doing the grinding, you can just buy them, and it will just mean you don't have to worry about film anymore, and you kill enemies a lot quicker. So what we're doing now, we're making our way down to the Tomonaki gate. Just run past them 3 enemies. That's it, will eventually give up chasing you. And then interact with this door at the end. Now, a lot of prayer beads do not spawn either. For example, that moonlit man who spawns on that ledge above me to the right, the corner. You can still take a photo of him, but a bead does not spawn, I don't think. I did check. But I will be pointing out all the beads and Transcendence Beads will come across. Altogether, we'll get about 18 Transcendence Beads in this Nightmare, because they only appear on Nightmare difficulty, by the way. And prayer beads, I think we get it's about 15 or something. It's not a lot, but we do still quite find a few at least. And all we're doing right now is following the butterfly all the way to the storehouse to the far east. Yeah, we're on chapter 2. All we're doing is pretty much just speed running the story and grabbing those few things I mentioned along the way. Prayer beads, Transcendence Beads, and any materials we pass. Yeah, so there's one more specter to get, and that's one at the very, very end of the game. So other than beads and the materials, I'm not going to be pointing out any main collectibles at all, guys. So if you have missed any in your first playthrough or chapter selects, just keep an eye on them, as I did mention earlier, to make sure you remember to get them along the way. Yeah, so you come here, trigger that cutscene, and you want to crouch beneath this log. You're now going to go straight over to the gap in the fence. There's normally, I think, is it prayer beads or something? Not prayer beads, there is normally some ammo on the left, type 14. It's not there anymore. When you come through this gate, there's sometimes a few prayer beads in here, but again, you don't see them on this difficulty, not at this point anyway. So coming straight down here, going to go near the edge where the water is and grab a type 00 film, get one of those. Then go into that hut where the butterfly's leading you guys. Now inside here, it's only going to be really one item to pick up, and that's type 14 film. So in this drawer, yes, the first materials, or ammo, or after that type 00, yeah, so type 14 times 20. You're going to loot that, and then once you're ready, try to grab this key from the box, but make sure you're ready because it's going to spawn an enemy. Right, so I'm using standard filter, of course. Whatever filter you do decide to use, you might want to change what you build slightly. Remember, you always want the auto reload charm on. Auto charge it's called. And one which makes it so when you raise your camera, you lock onto enemies, laser light, or you spin around to face them. They're both good for any build. But yes, when it comes to, if you want to use a different filter, which is equip different charms, 2 different ones, which of course increase your damage for those, or reload speeds. And you can also change up your prayer bead build as well if you need to, your camera obscurer. You can always use your reversion beads and, for example, take some out of your standard filter and put it into the radiant filter later, or exposure, if that's what you're wanting to use. Because that's probably what we're going to do when we do a cleanup in part 4. But all I'm going to be doing for the rest of this playthrough, guys, is using the standard. So once you're done there, of course, you make sure you grab a key after defeating the enemy. And now you're going to continue west. We are going up to Kuriha Shrine now. And Kuriha Shrine, by the way, you know that ending you can do when you go into the back of the shrine at the end of the game and leave Mayu? Well, there's actually another cutscene you can get from there. There's actually 2 alternate ways to do it. So if you do it at the end of chapter 8, before helping Mayu up, so you do the puzzle in the old tree, but instead of helping Mayu up, you go straight to Kuriha Shrine, and that gives you a different cutscene. Still completes the game, and then of course you can do it again after helping her up. You come here and it goes into the final chapter. You can do it then as well. But of course, like I say, depending on what time you do it, you get a different cutscene. And so, but I'll mention that later on when we get to it, just in case you do want to complete all the cutscenes as well. You know, trigger all 44. You'd have to experience that one as well at some point. So when you get back to the shrine, yes, you can run past those enemies. They will not follow you inside. And then once in the shrine, you want to come straight round the back and grab the other key. Yes, there it is. So that's the twin Jizo key right. You probably noticed we are getting some extra camera points when we pick up some items. Because on New Game Plus playthroughs, if you've already collected that, the game likes to give you a bit more. I mean, I'm not going out of my way to collect things, because most times you get like an extra 1,000, which will come really quick later on. But it's up to you if you want to grab documents I'm leaving, you know, just to get a few more points. So I'm just saving my game there. And when you try to exit, there's going to be an enemy behind this door, so be ready to dodge it away, so you don't take any willpower damage. And with this one, I like to wait for him to come into the room quite a bit, because otherwise when you attack him, you're going to knock him past the door, and you won't be able to hit him. Yeah, so wait until he comes a few steps into the room, guys, so when you're knocking him back, he's not going to fall kind of behind the door, so you can't damage him. And if you can't damage him, and he aggravates, nothing you can really do to stop it. But once you beat him, leave the shrine. Now we've got both the keys, we're going to head down to the Tomonaki gate. Yeah, make our way across Whispering Bridge and into Kurosawa House and trigger chapter 3. It's crazy just how many prayer beads do you need. I can't believe you just get 100, all you get is like 111 just from completing the game twice, which is quite a lot. And there's 300 remaining. I don't know why I've put so much grinding in this. Maybe it shouldn't have been a trophy, you know, for fully upgrading your camera. Or it should have been cheaper to buy from the shop. I mean, you do have to get about 3 million PP in order to buy all the charms and upgrade them all. And if you make a save backup, what you can do, you can back up your save, buy all the charms and upgrade them, get that trophy, then download your save, get that 3 million back, and then put that into buying prayer beads. But the prayer beads cost like, I think it's like 100,000 each or 10,000. So for like 3 million, you can't even buy a lot of those. But you can buy quite a few, so it does help. Just not a crazy number. So when you go across here, you are going to have to defeat the woman at the end, the floating woman, when she appears. Otherwise you will not be able to push a gate open. This happens almost every time you have to come across here as part of the story. Yeah, here she is. Yeah. Be ready to dodge back. She normally appears as you get towards the gate. And when we're going to be doing our farming later for PP, we're probably going to be using the exposure filter, because it's got a quickest reload time. I believe it does the lowest damage as well. And we'll probably combine that with the red film, because that's the quickest to reload, which means we'll be able to attack enemies quicker, do lower damage, and of course get more points. And it worked really well with infinite ammo. I didn't find the fatal frame, the ritual charm, really helped that much. Yes, you do a bit more damage to enemies, but you kill them a bit quicker, so you didn't seem to get as many points. And getting the fatal frame every time didn't really give me any more points. So I think it's best to not use that when you're farming. Right, so once you come in, yes, so chapter 3, the repentance. Come through the hallway. You can save your game if you want to, guys, when you first come in. Yeah, so come left, and when you try to open this door, you're going to find it locked, and a enemy will spawn behind you. You've got to spin around, defeat the enemy, and they can go through that door. I believe it's only this one guy. We are finally going to find some ammo in a moment. Yeah, finally again. Type 90 film. So yeah, once beaten, come into the dirt passageway. And you want to go into the dirt path just on your left. Yes, turn right. And just beneath the walkway, there it is. Type 90 film. I don't know what happened here. It kind of like kicked me out when I went to pick it up. I'm not quite sure if it's because there's a spectre there. And maybe the spectre moved past me. Or when he despawned. But yeah, grab that type 90 film times 20. And then come through here, guys. And a ray will appear at the end. Take her out next. I'm not sure what she's up to, but she wasn't very happy that we disturbed her. Yeah, once you've defeated her, come through this door and get ready to run away from that boss you can't damage yet. So carrying forward to chase after Mayu, there'll be a cutscene. They need to run to the top of the stairwell and hide in that hiding spot. And all the Transcendence Beads, by the way, they are in new spots. It's not as if they replaced some prayer beads, which probably would have been a bit more obvious or simpler thing to do. No, I've put them in a few new spots for you. So just keep running. Yes, keep running. That's all you can do. So up here, straight into that hiding space. Then you need to wait for him to go through a gate, the door past you, and to despawn. Then we'll make our way into the guest room. We're going to get the exposure filter as well in a moment. That'll be coming up next, and then a bit later will be the radiant filter. So then we'll have them all. There might be one or two steps I do, which I'm not entirely sure they're needed to progress the story. For example, you might see me pick up a document, which I never did properly test, but it doesn't take long to do it. Right, so it's gone. So yes, through the guest hallway, into the guest room, and then you follow the trace into the flickering room on the right, and try to open the fire door, which will update the objectives. I believe you have to interact with the door, otherwise the spectre does not appear in this room, and you can't get the exposure filter. So yeah, come in here, try to open this door afterwards. There you go, you find out you need a key. You now come back in here. Yeah, so grab the document at its feet, exposure filter memo, and get a photo guest room. And you want to take out your camera and take that phantom expose. For example, this, I don't even know if you have to take this, but I'm doing it anyway. Because the items this leads you to, it's just for a side quest, really. I'm not sure if it's needed to advance the story. But I take it anyway, so phantom expose, and you want to loot the suitcase. There you go. So loot that suitcase, you'll get a focus note number 2. And broken laser light, which you don't need, so you probably don't even get that. And that triggers the Sayuro Makabe side story, which, like I say, not entirely sure if you need to do that, but I did it anyway. So once you've done that, come into the guest hallway, turn around the corner, you'll see a spectre open this door for you. Come into the master's chamber, and try to collect the item near the railing. Be quick before the photo drops down. No, nothing you can do. Yep, it is scripted to fall down. Yeah, we're going to have to take a long way down to get that. So afterwards, spin around. Yeah, after the photo drops down slowly to the floor, spin around, interact with this altar to grab a taboo tome. Once got a taboo tome, come outside into the hallway, turn right and go back into the stairwell. We're making our way all the way back down to through the main hall and into the dirt passageway. When we get back there and we approach the door in the far corner, that invincible enemy will spawn again, the Man of Ropes. Don't know if that's his proper name, but I think that's what the game calls him. That's his enemy name anyway in the menu. So yeah, the Man of Ropes. So yeah, back in here, when he does spawn, you're going to go down into that dirt path nearby and hide behind the partition where the twin dolls are. Yeah, so you see the smoke, there it is. So once you see all smoke or dust or fog, whatever it's supposed to be, yes, come outside here. That's it, and hide behind this partition. So wait for him to go by, and then go through the door we came from. Go back to the entrance, and when you get there, it's going to be an enemy waiting for you, but it's just a basic enemy. We're going to take him out, and then grab a photo on the floor for the servants' room. Yeah, don't come out too early. You might hear your little squeaky ballet shoes. So back here. Yes, that photo servants room. Once you got it, you can go back into that dirt passageway and you can access that room on the left. What will be on our left in a moment. Yeah, basic enemy. It should go down pretty quick, this guy. Yeah, but if you quick, you can get down here before he stands up. Get ready. Yeah, if you're looking straight at the face, they normally do more damage. If you ever come across an enemy and they're getting up, and wait until their face is looking at you before you actually take the shot. There it is. So make sure you grab a photo. Servant's room. Then retrace your steps slightly. And there's actually quite a few materials in this room, which ain't too bad. Too shabby. Get type 14, you get type 61, and type 90. All within a few steps of each other. That's just Spectre, ignore that guy. So come left around this corner, take out your camera, equip the exposure filter, and that's it, get that one just there. There you go, to access the doorway. Then you want to grab that type 14 film, you can see on the right in the corner. That's it, type 14 film times 16. Come inside, grab a type 61 film in that drawer on the right, that's 12. And on there is type 90 film times 14. Then take a photo of the Revenant inside the doorway, the closet. Yeah, that's Revenant. Then after you've taken a photo, you can grab the triple diamond key that he drops. Once you've got a triple diamond key, it's going to spawn 2 enemies. And that flashing item in the corner I'm leaving, I think it's just a charm, which you have already. So all you're going to get when you collect it is some points. So yeah, take out his 2 Revenants, or sorry, 2 Wraiths, or enemies. I take out that dude first, and then spin around, and take out this woman. So I'm trying not to get too low of any ammo type. So what I'm doing is when an ammo type gets kind of low, I'm switching to another. This way, when you do find more ammo, as you're moving around, you should always have space to pick it up. Because you don't want to just like stick to one ammo type or something, and then the other ammo gets too full. And then when we do pass ammo later, you can't pick it up. So keep changing between your film, guys, if you can. That's kind of working for me. So once you've got the key, defeat the enemies, come outside. And we now want to make our way back up to the guest room. Now that we've got the triple diamond key. So back into the main hall. We are about to finish chapter 3. So when you try to come in here, guys, he is going to appear. So try to be ready. As soon as he pops beyond that door, be ready to evade. That way, hopefully you won't take too much willpower damage like I've done so. Remember, your lunar incense will increase, or sorry, not increase, but allow you to regain your willpower a bit quicker. But not if you completely drain it like I have. But even if you're stumbling, you're running like a sister now with a broken leg, you can still outrun him. So I normally just loop in around that little fence in the middle, around the dirt path. Now just run all the way up to the guest room, and then if you interact with the fire door and unlock it, you'll go inside to trigger a cutscene that despawns him and begins chapter 4, the hidden ceremony. Yeah, I think you are supposed to hide from him. But of course, this way is a little bit quicker. You could just dodge past him if you're good enough, because you can dodge his grab attack, which instant kills you. And of course, you get one chance. If you mess it up, you're going to have to redo this little bit again. Right, almost there. So first thing we're going to have to do in chapter 4, it's got that little puzzle. Yeah, I look like I'm holding a baby. Don't worry, I've got you. Here we go. So chapter 3 finished. Remember, chapters start getting longer when you get to chapter 6. But it's still going to be pretty quick, so we're not doing any side quests or collectible hunting. So as soon as you spawn in, you'll get Butterfly Diary 1 and the Hina doll head. Come to this display stand and grab the item at the bottom. Yes, you get a photo Hina doll room as well. Right, so after interrupting the puzzle and putting in the heads, all you need to do is line them up as they are in the picture. I like to do the women in the pink dresses first on the second row. And then I do the top row second. And then the bottom row. And then the middle ones are a lot easier to do, because I've just got to switch out those middle ones next. Yes, that's how we do it, guys. The women on the second row, the top row, the bottom row, and then the one in the middle. Then once it's all lined up, you'll get that dialogue. Just got to move back and take a Phantom Expose to complete the look, and then you can grab the key in the middle, the double diamond key. Right, now we've done that, we can go and get the Radiant Filter. So when you try to leave this room, an enemy is going to spawn from his chest, and you have to defeat this enemy, because if you don't, you cannot leave via the fire door. The game will not let you unlock it. So I'm just going to wait for it to stand up properly, or not, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the descriptions for some of this film, because the game tells you that the blue one has low exorcism power, and it tells you that the red one, type 90, has high or higher but fast reload time. But the red one actually does lower damage than the blue one. So some kind of like translation error there, or some kind of bug. I feel like they work how they're intended, but it's just described a little bit wrong. But once you beat that enemy, you're going to come out back into the guest hallway. You're going to go down into the main hall, and we're making our way back to the entrance next. Yeah, so when you get back to main hall, it's going to be a little cutscene. Once you regain control, you're going to take Mayu's hand, because there will be a few enemies in the dirt passageway in a moment. But if you take hand, you can just run straight past them, but if you don't, she might kind of stop because she's frightened, and you have to come back and help her. So just grab a hand, guys, you can just run straight past them all now. I think there's 2 enemies which spawn, because once you get to the entrance, they kind of like despawn anyway, and they stop chasing you. Right, then once you're here, unlock this door with a double diamond key. Yeah, come inside and go right, enter a cloth hallway. Make your way east along it, and you want to defeat the 2 enemies at the end. Defeat these 2, then you can grab a herbal medicine. I think this is the first herbal medicine we found. He normally would have found loads up to this point. So you've got 1 wraith in front of you. Take him out, then spin around and get this one which spawns behind. Yeah, he's trying to flank you. Right, got them both. So let's grab this herbal medicine. Then try to unlock the fire door, which will spawn the man of ropes again. Just be ready when you open this door, guys, to dodge backwards. I think I forgot. But yeah, be ready to evade. And evade. Yep. So quickly grab Mayu's hand. Go into the kitchen and into the hiding spot. And then wait for him to despawn. He will normally come past the kitchen and then go back. Right, let's go and get its final filter. Yeah, this radiant one does the most damage. But it has a slower reload time. So once you come in, you can grab the Type 00 film inside this hiding spot. Then come inside, interact with the cell door to find it locked, and then make an item appear on the left. Pick up the item. Yeah, so this radiant filter and the radiant filter itself. Once got it, come outside here, guys, go back left into the cloth hallway. That cabinet there, by the way, with the unbinding of blood, all that's inside there, it's a book, a document, that's why I didn't open it. Then once back along here, guys, use the radiant filter to unlock this door. So most of the pots and cabinets things, they will still have prayer beads inside them. Yep, all the unbinding of blood loot doesn't really change. It's just all the loose loot, which normally moves around or has been taken out on Nightmare. So once you open the door, come inside and grab his tome once it spawns. Yes, that crimson winged tome. Make sure you pick that up. Then you want to come along here, go right up the eastern stairs. Yeah, you need to get him 5 tomes. And here's another tome. There's butterfly pressure plate. So that'd be the disaster tome. Should have 3 altogether now, I think. So once you've got that tome, come back downstairs. Your sister should stay there. Stand on the pressure plate for you. Yeah, go down, then make your way over to the west side. Over here will be a Type 14 film times 14. Yeah, 14 times 14. And there's a note in here as well. I don't think you need this one, a Ritual Host Note 1. But I ended up collecting it. I think it's just habit. So I guess you can grab that as well if you want to make sure everything works out the same. Come your steps next, turn left, and here is your first Transcendence Beads. There it is on that table. So grab that first Transcendence Beads, and then come through this small crawl space, make your way to the end, and grab the twin tome. Yes, that's 4 or 5 tomes. Go back in, you have to rescue your sister. So quickly run over to her side and take out the enemy attacking her. And then we can make our way to the Hall of Ropes. Yeah, you'll start coming across Transcendence Beads a lot more now. I don't think you can get one before this point. I think this is the earliest time you can get one. When we do the farming later, by the way, we're pretty much just going to keep doing the final chapter. In order to make all the beads spawn again, you have to complete the game to get an ending save. Then you have to start New Game Plus, load up that ending save. Then you have to get the first save point in the game or autosave, because that basically refreshes the world. It respawns all the collectibles again. Then you have to go into like chapter select, and all the beads will be back around the game again. Right, so here, yes, once you saved your sister, come down here, guys, and come through this crawl space, stand on this pressure plate, then wait for your sister to stand on the other side. I'll walk through it all when we do the final video, because there will be 4 videos in total. This video number 3, we've done, of course, 100% story. We've done chapter select cleanup for all the other endings. And now we're doing Nightmare, basically any percent, collecting all the beads. Yeah, last video will be basically me showing you all the farming, the best optimal farming. I'm not going to show you everything all together. I'll show you the farming routes once or twice, and then leave it to yourself. And of course, then I'll show you at the end what you need to do after doing the farming, what you need to buy, you know, the way to do it. So you're making your way along this hallway, connecting corridor. There's no enemy over here. All you got to do is go into that far room, use your radiant filter to take out the unbinding of blood on the small box, grab the key from inside it, and we can also grab a Transcendence Bead inside. Save game if you want to, guys, in that lattice room when you're coming through. So cleanse the unbinding of blood on this far box. Grab a shadow key from inside it. And do not forget as well, your sister will put her arms along the door at the back. Make sure you take hand, just take away from it, because otherwise when the Man of Ropes appears in a moment, she might stay there, and it might mean she'll get killed. Just save you having to do like a reload. So yeah, make sure you grab a shadow key, guys. Take away from this door. And do not forget to grab this Transcendence Bead in a moment. Yeah, so this one here. So grab that Transcendence Beads. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go into our upgrade menu. Use focal point. You can use Transcendence Beads to unlock another upgrade. And then by focal point number 5. Of course, that means we'll do more damage. So yeah, use Transcendence Beads to unlock a new upgrade tab. Yeah, that's what Transcendence Beads are for, basically. Your upgrades will become locked. Not every one. You can't do it on every one, but you normally need to use it to unlock a new upgrade tier. And you can use more prayer beads to unlock another upgrade for it. So here, I went right to trigger the Man of Ropes. Make sure you hold in your sister's hand, because if not, she might stop due to being scared, and then she might get grabbed. So take hand after spawning him, and run back in the opposite direction, and take the other path along this connecting corridor. Head all the way down the bottom. There's no need to hide, because once you get back up into the altar room, he despawns. And there's no prayer bead either in this hiding spot on this difficulty. Yeah, if you remember, on Story, there was a prayer bead in there. It doesn't spawn on this one, unfortunately. But later on, there will be a Transcendence Bead in the hiding spot on the other side, which we can collect. Yeah, so he's despawned now. So once into the altar room, go into a cloth hallway. And then we're going to turn right. We'll get his final book in a moment, guys, and then to the book puzzle. And then come down here and complete chapter 4. Not too bad, 4 chapters done in 45 minutes. So once back into story, go upstairs. And there will be some Type 90 film as well. There'll be 12. So just beyond this partition, yes, grab that Type 90 film times 12. And then unlock this door by cleansing the unbinding of blood on it. Come aside into Master's chamber. Grab the Martyr's tome on the floor. And you can complete the puzzle, because you should have all 5 tomes at that point. Of course, got a shadow key already, and all we need now is the light key. Yes, there it is. Martyr's tome will be on the floor. I believe it spawns there when you grab the radiant filter. So interact with this. So the order these books need to be. So from left to right, I'll just use a colour. From left to right, you want red, green, black, grey and white. So from left to right in this order, red, green, black, grey and white. Grab a light key. Then once you've got that, all you need to do now is make your way back down, go through a cloth hallway and into cell at the end. But take your sister's hand, because there will be some enemies which will spawn. And if you take hand, you can normally just run past them without having to stop and fight them. Yeah, so try not to pull your arm out of the shoulder socket. So all the way to the end, you'll open the cell and grab a mallet key and a soccer house map and a photo altar room as well. And then when you exit, that end the chapter, guys. We'll be on chapter 5, the sacrifice. Yeah, so there's that mallet key. Like I say, you get a few other documents, but you don't really need those. They just come automatically during the story, I guess, when you grab the mallet key. And then when you try to exit, there you go, chapter 4 complete. Okay, so once chapter 5 begins, come this corridor, go right, and in this pot, you'll find Type 61 film. You get 8. I know it said 3, I think it's because I got full stock. This is what I mean. Why you want to try to make sure you keep switching your ammo, because you'll try to grab some ammo you find lying around and you will not be able to take it all. And trust me, when you get to the end of the game, you'll almost have no ammo left. And that's if you don't buy any. I did manage to get through without buying any, but you just literally have just enough ammo. I mean, you've got your Type 07 film, which is infinite anyway, but it does much lower damage compared to all your others. So once you get into the basement, the man of ropes will spawn behind you. There's nothing to collect in here. So run straight to firing, guys, up steps and quickly open the fire door using the mallet key. Yeah, don't hang around, she's right in your tail. Yeah, run through the garden, onto the bridge. Go across the bridge and then remember you've got to hide in the grass on your left. And he just like immediately loses sight of you. Yeah, it's better than wiping mud all over your body. Yeah, straight along here. So once he's gone, we're going to do a Phantom Expose in a moment, because there is still a prayer bead on this small island. There's a herbal medicine there as well if you need it. But if you don't collect it now, keep it in mind where it is, and we'll grab it later. So I think I do come back here. I think near the end of the game, and I do collect it then. So there will be times when you fight, and especially with multiple enemies, you will take a lot of damage, guys. Just keep an eye on your medicines. Remember, you can use herbal medicine or sacred water to heal up if you need to. Lanterns will always give you 4 HP, so if you're low on HP and you go and pass a lantern, remember to just interact with it to get all your health back. Sometimes I forget. I think that's why my health is quite low sometimes. So yeah, once it's despawned, come to this edge, take that Phantom Expose to spawn these 2 small bridges. Come across here and grab a prayer bead at the end near this single ball. Yeah, just grab that prayer bead there. Yeah, so I've got 85 at the moment. 85 of 420. Yeah, so how many do we need? It's crazy you have to get so many to fully upgrade everything. And that 420, that's basically how many you need to unlock all the upgrades. So you do have to get all those. Right, so you're going to come through this gate, Tomanaki gate, guys, back into the main part of the village. So now we're going to make our way into the Osaka house. So come up here, save your game using lantern if you want to, on the right there, or even to get your health back. Yeah, follow the butterfly. I always follow it over here first. Yeah, sorry, to the storeroom to the west. Sorry, to the east. I don't know if you have to do this, but the butterfly leads you here, and there'll be some dialogue between you and the guys in the cell. I normally trigger this dialogue and then go into Osaka house. Like I say, I don't know exactly if you have to do this. I think I did mean to test, but I forgot about it. So yeah, trigger that dialogue with him, guys, and then go back along the path slightly and enter Osaka house. Inside there we need to find the underground entrance. You go down and get the rusty key. I mean, I'd imagine if you don't talk to them, these doors might be locked. But once you're in here, you can grab that film below there. That's Type 00 film if you need it. Come into the kimono room and into this storeroom at the back and do this unbinding of blood. So inside here you will find a prayer bead. Yeah, anything behind an unbinding of blood will always be there, guys, no matter the difficulty. Right, so once you've done it, We're going to grab that, and then we're going to go upstairs. Now this unbinding of blood, we could probably do this later when we come up here for the crest in chapter 8. Yeah, because you come back into this room for that chapter. But I guess doing it now, we get a prayer bead a bit earlier. So it allows us to upgrade a bit earlier than what we initially would be able to. So there's unbinding of blood on this cabinet. There you go, grab the prayer bead from inside it. And then we're going to go downstairs and enter the altar room. We're going to have that small puzzle, which is really quick to do. So you can go left. Go straight opposite to the altar room. The back room, by the way, if you go right there, we're going to do that back room later on. And there's going to be more items available to loot. Yeah, so once Spectre disappears, you can take a Phantom Expose. Yeah, to make the puzzle appear. And to complete this puzzle really quick. So top left disc, rotate it one time. The bottom left disc, rotate it one time. And the top right, rotate it one time. So rotate them all one time. So top left, bottom left, top right. Very simple one. It'll open this small side room, climb down the ladder. That'll take you down into the deep path. So down here, you're going to find a prayer bead, a transcendence bead. You're going to find type 61 film, type 14, more type 14, and you're also going to get lunar incense, film reel 3, and the rusty key. So when you first come down, you're going to take the left path. This first spot you come to will have an unbinding of blood on it. Make sure you cleanse it, and inside you'll find a prayer bead. So grab that prayer bead and then carrying along here, same tunnel, and shortly on your left you'll find a transcendence bead. There it is on that box. Grab the transcendence beads, and then once got this, I'm going to do another upgrade. So film capacity now. So use transcendence bead to unlock another upgrade for the film capacity, and then buy the new upgrade for it. There you go. So now we can grab a little bit more ammo. Carrying along this tunnel, keep going left, and grab this next item see flashing, type 61 film times 4. Go left at the next fork, go back type 14 film times 12, which you'll pass shortly on your right. Then continue on to the end. Crouch beneath this blockage, and inside here, so we're going to loot it in a clockwise manner. So you got type 14 film times 12 again. You got lunar incense. You got optional film reel times 3 in that next chest, but you don't need it. But this chest you will need, and it's got a rusty key inside it. So when you grab the rusty key, there's going to be a cutscene and enemies will spawn. But if you're quick enough, you can avoid him. So straight after the cutscene, run past him, crouch back beneath the blockage, and just run back to the entrance, guys. Climb back up ladder. Yeah, no need to fight him. There you go. Crouch back beneath there and run away. One thing we're very, very good at, guys, and does not need any ammunition, is running away. Yeah, so back up to ladder. Yeah, so it's our last playthrough, guys, we have to do. Unless, of course, you've missed some. We are going to have to do the final chapter, probably about 8 times for the cleanup, which I'm not looking forward to. I'm probably not going to do it on both my accounts. I've, of course, been doing this on a few accounts. I'm going to, of course, get the method going on account, but I'm only going to do the grinding on my main one. Yeah, I'm not doing all that grinding like 2 or 3 times. I think it's literally going to take a few hours, unfortunately. There's nothing much we can do about it. Happen once we've done it all, update to make it a lot simpler to do. Yep, I can just see that happening. I mean, great for future players. Yeah, it's a bit annoying for yourself though when you spend all that time doing it. Then they bring a patch, which would have basically saved you hours. So once back up, guys, in the house, go and pass any enemies you encounter. Now be careful here. We have got a rusty key, but when you get back towards Tomonaki Gate, the man of ropes is going to spawn. So you want to turn off your flashlight so he doesn't see you as quick. So yes, turn it off. I think it's L1. Now you need to be really quick here. If you're not careful, he can grab you either when you run past or when you open the gate. Remember, you can evade when he's about to grab you, but you have to get timing correct. But I mean, you shouldn't have to, hopefully. As long as you be quick. I'm in the autosave was when we left that house, so it's not too far away if you do have to try it. But yeah, through here, you can just get a gate open and get around the right corner before he grabs you. And all you got to do is crouch into the grass, guys, and it will immediately lose sight of you. That's it, crouch, that's it. You just immediately go invisible. Magic. And that's it. Just like that, he's lost you. So once he's gone, now you can go across Whispering Bridge yourself. I think you have to defeat the enemy again. Yep, like I say, pretty much every time you have to come back along this bridge during the story, you have to always defeat this enemy again. Yep, so this will be a second time. I think it's a third time later on. Yeah, so here she is. So again, she just magically appear, try to grab you. I mean, she wasn't even hiding in grass, just hiding in thin air. So I'm going to take her out quickly. Just be very careful, because if you're not quick enough, she just like to teleport around this woman. Right, got her. So open the fire gates, come into the Kurosawa house grounds, and you want to enter by going back through the basement. Not too far away, we've almost done chapter 5, and then here come the longer chapters. So run through the basement, or the underground cellar, I think it's called officially. Yeah, run through the basement and open the cell. Yep, any enemies you pass in here, you can just run past them. They do lose sight of you as you get closer to the cell. Wow, yeah, so here we go. So crouch through here and grab Mayu's note on the table. I think you have to grab this to update the story. Yeah, there'll be a cutscene when you try to leave. So now I've got to follow her trace. Let's go through a cloth hallway. The door's going to close behind you, behind her, remember, when she goes into the storeroom. So we have to take the long way around. But you are going to get a Transcendence Bead on the way, though. So it's not going to be a wasted journey, I guess. Yeah, so up here. I think I might have forgot a prayer bead as well. I think I did, yeah. Because if you go left now, you can go back into the guest room, guys, the flickering room, and do the unbinding of blood. Yeah, so yeah, I think I forgot a prayer bead. So if you want that other prayer bead, guys, yeah, go left into the flickering room and do the unbinding of blood on that cabinet in there. It might even be a prayer bead in it. I'm going to have to refer to my notes a bit later. Yeah, but damn, looks like I forgot one. Right, but anyway, it's not a big deal. It's not like we're going to be just one prayer bead short. Like I said, we have to get 420. But when you get back to the main hall, there will be an enemy waiting for you, and you do have to defeat him. So yes, take him out. And then you want to do this unbinding of blood on this door, because inside this small room, it's going to be a Transcendence Bead and a prayer bead. Can't believe I've got that prayer. You know why I forgot it? It's because I normally do that at the end of the game, and I think that's why. So yeah, come inside this small storeroom, grab the Transcendence Bead and then pull open the drawer to find a prayer bead. I think once done, you can upgrade your camera again. So again, go into film capacity, unlock a new upgrader for Transcendence Bead, and then buy another, the final upgrade of film capacity, guys, with prayer beads ×5. Once done so, come to the passageway. And there will be 2 enemies on the way that we're going to have to fight. Yeah, once you get into the Umber room, yeah, when you try to leave, it triggers 2 enemies. So when you go to open the door, be ready to dodge away. Yeah, there she is. I think I completely forgot, actually. So yeah, you've got her to beat, and there should be one behind you. While we're doing this bit for a moment, I'm just going to quickly scan back in my other guide, just see why I missed that prayer bead. So basically, once you beat these 2 guys, go into the hallway, go to the front door, do the unbinding of blood, and they can go outside and make way back into the village. And then once you get back in the village, you'll trigger chapter 6. Okay, so let me have a quick look while we're doing this. So it's a flickering room. Yeah, it looks like I did. Never mind, it's not big trouble, like I say. It's not like we're going to be just 1 prayer bead short. I am probably going to leave a few prayer beads because I doubt with my farming, we're going to have to do quite a few laps. And I doubt with all the grinding, it's going to come to exactly, 420. So it will still all work out. Yeah, because some prayer beads, when we do the farming, we want to try and keep it nice and quick and optimal. So you don't want to be going out the way too much for prayer beads you're not really going to need. You just want to try to keep ones which are quick, on your path. You don't have to defeat too many enemies in order to get access to them, or any like side story progress, anything like that. Right, so once you've got through here, I'm going to come to this lantern. I'm going to save my game. Yes, chapter 6, so we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's pretty much it. This ending we're going for, you are going to have to fight the 2 ending bosses. So not just that one where you defeat the man of ropes. You're going to have to fight the boss afterwards as well, in the abyss. So you're going to come right around this corner and interact with this door, guys, to update the objective. So we need to go to cemetery next in order to get a key to gain access to the house. But first, we're going to come to side rooms. So we need to get a photo. We need to get a photo first so we can make that bridge appear, leading us to a cemetery. So yeah, for the butterfly to go to your house after interacting with the front door. Yeah, so come to side entrance. You're going to go upstairs and out onto the heavenly bridge. Yep, then when you approach the fire door, it'll close behind you, and so will this door you came through. Then when you try to open that one, there'll be an enemy behind it, so be ready to dodge away. Yeah, make sure you interact with that door. I think you have to interact with it in order to update the objective anyway. So yeah, be ready to dodge and evade. Yeah, hopefully you evaded a bit quicker than what I did. So I'm going to wait for it to come a bit closer to me, because as with a few other enemies similar to this one, if you attack them too close to the door, you'll knock them past it, and this you might aggravate behind the door, at which point you can't knock her out of it, because you can't damage her, when of course they're behind doors or walls. Yeah, I think film 14 is probably the best one, just for like general usage. Type 00 is good, so it does a lot of damage, but it just takes so long to reload. Type 14, I think it's got a good balance of everything. Good damage, good reload time. I mean, Type 90 is really good when you've got infinite ammo, because you can just basically just spam your camera. Right, got her. Right, so once you beat her, go back into this hallway. Then you want to go into the room on your left. You need to snap the Revenant, Man and Study. I believe if you don't do this, then he does not appear at the bottom and he doesn't open the door for you. Although we don't need these 2 items, I think you have to collect them in order to make a spectre appear down the bottom. It's either that or you have to take a photo of him. So yeah, take a photo of that Revenant, guys, Man and Study. Grab the 2 items, Focus Note number 12 and Film Reel 8. Then go back down the bottom, you'll see a spectre open the door to the projector room. And then what we need is inside that projector room. So it'll be a photo, Minakami Bridge. And that's what we need to access the cemetery. So yeah, come in, open this door. There you go, photo, Minakami Bridge. That's all we need. So you now want to head back outside, go past Osaka House and head up the hill and over the top. We do get a few prayer beads along here. There'll be one behind a Phantom Expos and another one behind a pot or inside a pot. Yeah, ignore me. I was looking down. I kept running forward. Yeah, I was on autopilot. So it makes you do a right turn at the Osaka House junction up the hill. There will be 3 enemies at the top here, but they will give up chasing you once you approach the bridge at the bottom. Yeah, these 3 enemies. So make sure you're ready to dodge in case they do immediately teleport towards you and try to attack. So they do have quite long range when they try to stab you. So just run down the hill, guys, until they de-aggro. But don't go straight up, because what I found is on this difficulty, if you run straight up, as soon as they de-aggro, they can kind of start chasing you again. So you might want to turn off your flashlight as well. So once they aggro, turn off your flashlight, come up the hill slowly. That's it. And when you reach this tree on the right, do a Phantom Expose to reveal a small hole. And then inside it will be a prayer bead. Once you've got that, you can run down the hill. Because even if they do chase you when you start running back, they're going to give up as you approach the bridge at the bottom. There'll be sacred water on the ground there if you need it. And all you need to do is wait for the spectre to despawn on the other side. You can take this photo to make the bridge appear. Make your way across the bridge. Save your game on the right if you need it. Go left. There'll be herbal medicine just after going up the steps on your right. Yeah, so there it is between these gravestones. Just past some steps on your left will be Type 14 film. Carry on going right, follow the path around to the left as it bends, following the river, and shortly on your right will be this pot with a unbinding of blood on it. Cleanse the unbinding in order to find a prayer bead inside. Once collected that, a bit further west will be a sacred water, if you need it, near that monument. Go around the back and then crouch beneath the log, guys, and grab a key where you'll see the spectre. Yep, the Kuryu house key. That's pretty much all we need. There will be a Type 00 film, you can grab it on the way back. That enemy, just ignore him. Crouch beneath the log, no need to fight him. Yep, turn right here. You can see that flashing just up ahead. Yeah, it'll be type 00 film if you need it. We're not coming back to Cemetery at all. I think you can come back, but it's a side story. You don't need to come back as for the main story. Only the one visit is all you need to do. So back into the village. We're now going to enter Koyu House via the front door. Still quite a bit to do in this chapter, remember, it's quite a long one. We have to go into Koyu House, yet we have to find all the doll parts. Then we have to go down into the deep path and you lose your camera, if you remember. You've got that chapter, that part coming up. This might be the longest chapter if I'm honest, chapter 6. Chapter 8's not too bad once you know what you're doing. But I mean, this chapter takes you all over the place. You know, like opposite ends of the map. I mean, I guess chapter 8 does, but chapter 8 doesn't send you around Koyu House, going from room to room, like up and down it a few times. So yeah, once you're going back along Takebana path, you can just run past these enemies, because when you get into Koyu House, they'll give up chasing you. Just got to get inside first. Right, so once you're inside, you're going to go right and enter the hanging doll room. Yeah, come inside here. Now inside here you'll find lunar incense on the cabinet. In the chest in the corner, and on the cabinet will be type 14 film. So yes, in there it's lunar incense if you need it. And type 14 film will be in this cabinet near the far door. Now when you approach the far door, it's going to close. It's going to shut in your face. So push it open and they do the unbinding of blood on the door on your left. Then once inside the altar room, in here you find type 00 film in the chest in the corner if you need it. This ain't too bad, you know. Nightmare, difficulty playthrough under 3 hours. Getting all the Transcendence Beads and all the prayer beads, I guess -1 along the way. And of course I'm not going to be looting the temple either. Yeah, no Okado temple, I'm not going into there. Because there's no need to for the main story. Yeah, so once you're back in here guys, you want to do this pot. In that pot you'll find a unbinding of blood, cleanse it, and take a prayer bead from beside it. Once you've got a prayer bead, come back into the hallway, go north, come into this room where the save point is, and hidden in this closet on the left with the dirty blankets is a Transcendence Bead. Yep, go on your hands and knees and grab that Transcendence Bead in the corner. Save your game if you want to. Then you want to come into the twins room. Inside here, you'll find a prayer bead in the chest near the far door. Yeah, 2 specters there, but no need. Taking picture of those, only spawn a few documents. Yes, grab that prayer bead in that chest and then open this door. Now, when you open this door and go outside, there'll be a cutscene. Well, I guess I got a bit ahead of myself then. I was thinking the enemies were going to be right behind the door, but they're not. You have to trigger the cutscene first. So you trigger the cutscene, you get knocked back into the room, and you got to fight a few enemies. Yeah, so fight these two little dolls. Hope they'll go down quite quick. I think sometimes these little enemies are the worst. Well, I think the doll maker is the worst. Because every time I try to lock onto him, it locks onto his dolls instead. You know, the doll maker guy, you have to fight him a few times for the story. I also thought the 3 enemies in the when you go to get a crest would be the worst. The 3 enemies when you have to fight them, kids that are hiding, and then after you find them, you have to fight all 3 at once. But they don't go too bad. They don't go down too bad actually. As long as you keep moving and locking onto them and shooting, yeah, not too bad. So once taking them both out, come to this hallway, go right, and you want to enter the doll room at the end. You're going to pick up the document, Doll Maker's Note 3, on the puzzle box at the end to update the objective. I think you have to grab this to update the objectives, because otherwise it does not make the doll spectre spawn, which of course she gives you access to certain doll parts which you need. So yeah, grab that, Doll Maker's Note 3. She'll spawn in this box, but you don't need to take that photo. Yeah, it normally spawns in that chest. So back into this hallway after grabbing the Doll Maker's Note number 3. Make way to the end. And when you go around this far corner, you'll see the doll spawn ahead of you. Yeah, there she is, and she'll unlock this door. Wait for it to open, then go aside and grab the left doll arm. Yeah, once you've got a left doll arm, come outside. This door will open for you. Come to stairwell and cleanse this unbinding of blood. I cleansed this because I just couldn't remember if I need to come back in this door at some point. To be honest, I don't think I do. I don't think I ever do come back through here. But yes, cleanse this unbinding of blood. It only takes a moment. Cleanse that. And then we want to go up the stairwell to reach the west hallway. You want to head along here, and then you want to enter the next door on your right to reach the servant quarters. Once inside, go left. This room is actually quite easy to miss. It just looks like a wall. But yeah, come in here, guys. Then enter the next room on your left as well. Another room on the left. Lots of left rooms. And then inside here, you want to do Phantom Expose, which you can do, to reveal a chest, and then inside that chest you'll find the right doll arm. Yes, there it is. So once you've made the chest appear, loot it. Like I say, you find the right doll arm inside. You're now going to grab Transcendence Bead and Prayer Beads ×1. So from there, you're going to come back into this room, and you have to fight this doll which will spawn. Just zooming in there ready. You can normally get rid of this one quite quick because she almost always aggravates instantly. Yeah, this one's a really angry kid. Always angry, pretty much, as you can see. As soon as she woke up, she was like mega angry. Yeah, reminds me of somebody. Right, coming here next. No need to go in there. That's just a note we don't need. You want to come to this room on the right. And inside here, you'll find a Transcendence Bead on the shelf in front. There it is. And the prayer bead will be in this drawer. You might have to kill this enemy. He doesn't always spawn for me. I think I've had him not spawn one time. It could have just been a bug. But yeah, take him out of the pierce, guys, and then pull open this drawer to find a prayer bead inside it. There you go. So once you've got them, the Transcendence Bead, the prayer bead, and of course the right doll arm, go back to the hallway. There might be an enemy when you try to leave here. It didn't spawn with me, luckily. I believe it spawned in the past. So once back here, yes, go left. Go up the steps. No need to really go into that room. There's never a great value inside it. So yes, come through this door. Turn left. Make way to the end here. And you want to go down the steps. And it will trigger a cutscene. So after the cutscene, you're going to defeat the enemy which appears at the bottom. Yeah, carry down the steps and defeat the enemy. I think I've skipped ahead too much in my text guide. Oh no, here we go. Yeah, so when you defeat this enemy, guys, you want to loot the box beneath the stairs. Inside it, you find the doll head, and you also find a massive amount of Type 90 film to the right. You'll find 4. So yeah, grab a doll head and then grab a 4 Type 90 film. I feel like that should be a lot more because it's hidden in a really tiny spot. Then there'll be others which like right in your face, like a game throws them at you, you know, bonks you on the head, and that gives you like 20, and that one's like really well hidden, and you find 2. But you want to open that door next, come down here, and then open this left door, taking us back into this hallway. Back in the twins' room now. We need to make our way back to the doll room now that we've apparently got all the parts, and try to interact with the doll. You'll find out we're missing something, and of course you'll update the objective. Never mind, yeah, looks like we need something else. We need a solution. Yeah, come back along the hallway, enter the room on your left, defeat the enemy which appears. Yeah, defeat this enemy on the floor. I feel like the weakness for these enemies would be fighting them in water, because they'd probably just like drown instantly. But they're actually quite weak. Despite them being one of the last enemies you encounter, yeah, one of the weakest they are. So take out that enemy, and we're making our way back into the old room. If you remember, we need to watch the father getting beaten up by his daughter through a hole in the wall. Yeah, ain't it supposed... Well, I'm not saying it's supposed to be the other way around, but ain't the father supposed to punish, you know, kids for being naughty? You know, grounded or whatever. Or the cane back in the day. But no, she's like punishing him, because she didn't get what she wanted for Christmas. So yeah, do that unbinding of blood on that door. Yeah, the father's banned. He's grounded by his daughter. So once done that unbinding of blood, going to come inside this sealed room. Apparently that's its official name. And once in this sealed room, you're going to grab a doll maker's note 7 on the floor and the doll manual on the workbench. I think you only need the note 7 on the floor, but I'll grab the doll manual so it's close by. Once got M2 documents, come back into the hallway, go right, come into the hanging doll room, approach the doll with the unbinding of blood on its upper body and cleanse it. Once you cleanse it, it will fall to the ground and its 2 eyes will roll out. That's it. You can see them on the floor. Yeah, take them too. There we go. Right, and be ready to evade the enemy which appears. Yep, he'll see you trying to pick him up. But we're going to be ready to evade him. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's mainly that laser light charm. It doesn't work very well with multiple enemies at once. What it does if you can damage every single one. But when you're just trying to damage like 1 enemy out of 4, it doesn't work that great. Yeah, so defeat the old man, the doll maker. Why did doll makers always have to be old men? It's kind of weird. Okay, so there you go. Grab the 2 glass eyes. Then once got them, we're going to make our way back to the doll room, guys. Put the eyes in the doll and trigger a fight. Again with 2 little children. Or 3, because one spawns at the end and revives them all. Save your game if you want to, of course, when you're passing by save points. Very soon we are going to lose the camera. So for this puzzle, quite an easy one. Press the left button 4 times and the right button 2 times. That's all you have to do. Yep, so left 4, right 2. Mega easy. So once you've done so, yeah, so these dolls will come to life and try to attack you. Do not let them beat you up, guys, like I did their father. So take them all out. And when you do defeat these, another one will spawn and try to revive them. Now, when the doll spawns to revive them, try to get rid of the doll first, which is reviving them. Because if you let her revive them, you have to fight 3 again. Whereas I think you can just defeat the one who's trying to resurrect them. And you don't have to defeat the others. But I kind of did it all backwards. Yeah, so she's trying to get them up. I mean, it's my fault for waiting for the yellow film to recharge. I should have used another one. Yeah, so she's getting them all up, so I've got to fight them all again. Just focus on the one trying to resurrect. I mean, they don't get loads of health anyway, which is quite lucky. Right, I'm going to switch now. I've used a few 0-0. I think I just want to choose those just so I've got a bit of space so I can grab more later. Right, I got them all. Yeah, so now this box should move out of the way, can climb down the ladder. So when you get down into the deep path, there will be a prayer bead just on your right when you go along the linear route. Yeah, we're over halfway, guys. Not too far to go. So yes, continue east. Look out for flashing. There it is. Grab the prayer beads. Continue on, guys. Big cutscene. And you're going to lose the camera. You're going to start chapter 7. Sigh. Right, so we'll get to save point. I'm going to save the game. There's a very easy to miss spectre coming up, which I will let you know about. I think it's the hardest spectre to get in the game. I mean, some are harder to trigger, but this one, once it's triggered, it's very easy to miss. You have to be very quick. It's probably the only spectre in the game with the least amount of time to actually get it in time. So once you're back up here, guys, in chapter 7, open this door. The woman in the white kimono, there she is, she'll chase after you. It will be an instant kill, so do not let it grab you. Continue on along the hallway, and you want to hide in the hiding spot at the end. Yeah, so just dive into here, guys. Duck and dive. Or maybe the other way around will work better. Yeah, so dive and duck down here. Wait for it to go past. Then we'll go inside this next room and you can save your game. Yeah, this chapter's not too bad. Yeah, you're running around the house a bit, but it's not really too much to do. Of course, after this, we've only got chapter 8 and the final chapter. The final chapter doesn't take long. So yes, come up here, save your game if you want to, guys. That's save points. Up here, go left at the end, and you'll find the woman in the white kimono again. This bit pretty much works the same as it does in all the other difficulties, because you know you get a camera. Of course, no enemies to defeat, so you just come straight into here, into this hiding spot, wait for the woman in the white kimono to kind of walk back. You want it to go into that room in the southwest corner, so on our left. Once it goes in and comes back out, the key should then appear. You go back in behind her. Once she moves out of the way, grab the butterfly key, open the northwest door, then enter the fire room and it'll trigger a cutscene. All you got to do is basically wait a few seconds to of course move across and out of the way. I did mention this back on my first playthrough if you watched it, but if you go in the room before she goes in there, the butterfly key doesn't spawn, or it didn't do back when I first tested all this. So here she comes. Yes, give her a moment, guys. It takes her time. She can glitch up in this room, by the way. If you've been here for like a minute and she still hasn't come out, yes, she's probably glitched. Now, if she does glitch, you can probably go in there. She might be there waiting for you, or she might be glitched behind the wall, at which point you can still get the item anyway. But yeah, this is how it should work. She should come straight back out a few seconds later. Wait for her to go back into that room, so her back's to you. And then when you come to this room, she's been inside the southwest storeroom. Grab a butterfly key on the top shelf. Then you come back outside and unlock the door opposite. Head in here, trigger cutscene. Once you regain control after the cutscene, you can leave the storeroom. And you want to open the cabinet in front to find Type 90 film ×3, and then inside the hiding space beside you is a Transcendence Bead. Yep, tucked in there right in the corner. Once got it, interact with the doll mechanism in order to update the objective. You have to do this, otherwise the red stain doll will not appear in the room coming up. So once you interacted with the doll mechanism, come back in here. Now make sure you go through these doors I go through. Do not go through any others, otherwise you might spawn the woman in the white kimono a bit earlier. Come in this room, grab a type 61 film ×4 on them drawers. Open this door next. And I'm going to come in this room in the far southeast corner, and there's the red stain doll. Like I say, that does not spawn unless you interact with the doll mechanism. Come in here next, and then you want to go straight into hiding spot. I forgot. Yes, go straight into hiding spot on the left. Do not do this. Yeah, I kind of forgot what I was doing for a moment, and I almost ran straight into her. Now I thought she was going to come and kill me, but instead she runs over here, loses sight of me, goes back, and then begins her normal pattern. But yeah, normally guys, you'll come straight into this hiding spot. Yeah, wait for it to walk away, then go into that room with the doll mechanism, put a doll on it, quickly do the puzzle, and go into the heavenly bridge. But now I've got to wait a bit longer because I disrupted her pattern. Yeah, so she's going to start again. Just let her sort of life out for a moment. Here we go. So this is how it should have started. So she'll walk in here in her own time. Yep, and then she'll go into that room, and then you can go behind her. Just make sure you do this quick. I mean, not too quick that you're going to run into her, but she will eventually come back around this room, and she will be moving while you are interacting with the puzzle. So put a doll on it, and all you need to do is press the left button 3 times and the right button 3 times. So left 3 and right 3. Quickly come in this door, out into the heavenly bridge, and that's it, you've escaped her. Yes, open this door to go back into Kuryu house. Go forward along the north hallway and turn left around the corner. Go up the steps and dodge past the enemy, which spawns from the doorway. Go down these stairs and open the door in the corner. And what we're doing now is basically going back down to the deep path, you know, where our camera is, in order to collect it. So from here, go east, then this door on the left into the twins room. Go north into the Umber hallway, I think it's called. Then from there you want to go right into the doll room and then down the ladder. You can get a prayer bead down here as well, but you have to defeat the 2 enemies. We have to take a picture of the revenant to make the prayer bead spawn, but in order to make the revenant appear you have to defeat the 2 enemies first. Otherwise you could probably normally just run past them and climb a ladder. I've not actually tested if climbing a ladder and back down despawns them, but it probably won't be much quicker anyway. I guess it's a safe bit of film. So yeah, grab camera score guys once back in the tunnel. There's that massive thing. Tell it's one of the very first cameras ever made. Right, and kill these 2 enemies. So there'll be 1 enemy in front of you and 1 behind you. Take them both out. Careful you don't knock them back into a wall, because then they'll be out of sight. Yes, I think I do have to heal up a bit here. Yeah, this is what's annoying when you have multiple enemies on you. You'll be attacking one, then another one will teleport around you, slap you from behind. Then when you focus on the other one will slap you. But don't be shy about using your herbal medicines. Use them if you need to. Same with your sacred water. It's not too bad once there's only 1 remaining. It's when there's multiple. Yeah, so I've used about 4 healing items now. I guess could have been worse. They could have both aggravated. Right, is that it? No, still got to do this one. Look at that, a triple lunge. It's like a Resident Evil zombie on Inferno mode. Right, got him. So Revenant should spawn now. That took a bit longer than I expected. A bit like this Platinum. So yes, get that Revenant, the crushed man. Then a prayer bead will spawn. There we go. Once got a prayer bead, climb this eastern ladder to climb up into the Tachybana house. You should also have enough prayer beads and transcendence beads by now to upgrade your zoom a bit more. So we'll do that in a moment. Okay, so camera obscura. So I'm going to do zoom, transcendence speed 1. Upgrade it to tier 5. That's it. You can do another transcendence speed if you want now, or just wait until later when we've got enough prayer beads. Okay, so exit this room. There's going to be an enemy when you try to open this door, so be ready to take a step back. That's it, to evade him and then take him out. Once you've eliminated that wraith, enter the hallway. You want to go left, yeah, turn left, then make your way all the way to the end into the stairwell where the save point is. Where the save point is, you'll find type 14 film ×9 and lunar incense in the pot in the corner. Yeah, type 14 film, it's near the save point. And there is the lunar incense if you need it. Once done so, save your game. Now this spectre coming up is one of the hardest specters in the game to capture. Very, very easy to miss. You literally have about a second, if that. Probably about half a second. But you want to make sure you're ready, so make sure your camera is zoomed out. You probably have this one already, but just to let you know. So as soon as you get up the steps, open your camera, and there you go. That's it. That spectre is one of the hardest ones to get in time in the game. Right, carry on to the end afterwards. Turn right where the spectre went, and then enter the next room on your right to enter this room. Yes, a raised tatami room. In here will be a transcendence bead on the small table, and in the far cabinet will be a prayer bead. Once got a prayer bead, there will also be a lunar incense in this broken pot. Come back into hallway, turn right, and cleanse this unbinding of blood. Pass through the door afterwards and go around the corner, then try to open the door to the room where Mayu is in order to update the objective. Yeah, so you need to interact with this door, guys, in order to update it. Then afterwards, you want to go back down the same hallway where you just came from. Go along this hallway, along the middle, and open the second hiding space on your left. Yeah, this one here, it'll trigger a cutscene. Now straight after, this is another spectre which is quite easy to miss. You normally have to run after her, turn right and quickly get a photo like that. But yeah, come to this room where the fleeing girl ran into, and cleanse this cabinet on your right, the unbinding of blood. Inside you find another prayer bead. Once you've got that, you want to open the door where the woman ran into. In this part, you normally have to go through a door which the girl goes through, otherwise some of the enemies don't spawn properly and the girl will not spawn later on when she's supposed to. So the room is going to darken and you have to take out these enemies. You can use your paraceptual filter to see them a bit better. So you have to take a photo of her first. Try not to use your good film because as you can see, you can't damage her. You have to take a photo to kind of advance the story, but it wastes your film. So try choose the 07, take a photo of the little girl, which is kind of like kneeling down. Then of course save your normal film, proper film for the enemies. Yeah, but it's dark, so you can't damage them as much because you have to wait for the prompt to appear. I think you normally have to wait till they're about to attack when it's in darkness. Yeah, so it'd be 2 wraiths. I've got 1. And so it'd be another. Like I say, these spawn after you take a picture of the girl kneeling down. And you have to get rid of these, otherwise you can't enter the fire door. Yeah, so once got rid of them guys, go through this fire door, into the storeroom and take a picture of the girl again. Again, you can't kill her, but you have to take a picture to update the objective. So use your cheap film. Once you take a photo and she's run off, come back along here, go through these same doors. When you open this door, you're going to see her run away to the right. Follow her down here. And you want to open this door in the corner. Yeah, well, she'll open it for you. Just pass the lantern. Save your game if you want to, of course, when you pass by it. Now go left, but do not run into the room where she's gone for the moment. First of all, come into this room on the right and open the closet. Inside here, you find Type 14 film ×7. Once you've got that, come into the hallway, turn right and open this door at the end where the little girl ran into. Now on the cabin opposite, you'll find Transcendence Bead. Now if I believe, this is normally some ammo in story mode. But yeah, grab a Transcendence Beads on that cabin opposite. Transcendence Beads. Grab a herbal medicine on the other drawers. And open this closet in the corner, guys, to find the little girl again. Then when you open the closet, she'll run away to this corner. You have to take a photo. No need to collect anything, just take that photo. There you go. Now I was hoping you could escape from this room without triggering this enemy, but it seems you have to fight it because it will not let me open this door. Yeah, I didn't actually trigger the enemy because I was, you know, fast enough before it spawn. But yeah, this enemy will spawn in this corner once you let little girl run away enough. I mean, it's not spawning now. So I'm going to run back in here. Maybe this is where the trigger point is. There he is. So yeah, this enemy, you have to kill him, as you can see, otherwise that door will not unlock. And he normally spawns after that little girl runs away. So take him out and you can exit the room. Once back in here, you're going to enter the room opposite where you see the spectre run into. Yeah, there it is. And then open the closet, guys. There it is. And inside you'll find the key. You'll find the Crimson Diary 3 and the bell key, which you need to unlock the cell where Mayu is being captive. So once you've got them, you'll be lobbed into a fight. You need to wait for the little girl to crawl out. And we're going to defeat her. Goes down pretty quick if you're kind of like ready for her, because she has to crawl out first, so you can be ready in order to get a head start for the damage. So once you've taken her out, just open one of the doors to the north. Then you want to go right and then left and into the twins room here. Now this twins room, if you take a photo of the Revenant, it spawns another prayer bead. When you first come around here, come to cabinet on your right. Remember, we are in the twins room in the Tachybana house. Grab a Type 00 film in the cabinet, the first one on your right, and then the prayer bead into the next drawer on your right. Then spin around, take a photo of this Revenant, and it will spawn a prayer bead. Yep, photo of the twin boy. And that's a prayer bead we wanted. No need to do the unbinding of blood on the fire door because you'll never come through that door again. So once got that, come back out here into the hallway, enter the door opposite to enter the southeast stairwell, is it? In here, there'll be a Transcendence Bead immediately on your left. Pick that one up, guys, head up to the top floor. Now up here, you want to turn right and enter the door at the end. This room's pretty good because you find 2 prayer beads in it. Yeah, just in like a small room, there'll be 2. So come to the sliding screen room, turn left and do this phantom expose. Yes, like that. Yeah, so come inside. Yeah, grab that prayer bead on that shelf, grab a type 00 film on this shelf, and also the prayer bead ×1 on that corner. Yeah, but I like this little room. 2 prayer beads in a very, very small vicinity of each other, or proximity. So now I'm going to open my upgrade menu again. I'm going to unlock the zoom one more time, the final upgrade by using Transcendence Bead, and then by the final upgrade of zoom. And I've got another Transcendence Bead. You can also unlock the focus upgrade ready for later. So you should now have zoom fully upgraded, focal point and film capacity on your camera obscura. Right, once done so, come back into stairwell, guys, open this door with a bell key. Bit of a bug then, do you see that? The kind of wall vanished for like a few frames. So once you come into the cell, open the drawer and inside you'll find type 14 film ×8. Then you want to grab the bound diary 1 on the table at trigger cutscene and chapter 8. 2 more to go. We're getting there. There's under 1 hour left, guys. Not too bad. So once you've got Mayu with you, come into hallway, go left. Come down here and go west all the way to the Heavenly Bridge. Every door will be open for you. I think it's just a game swerve telling you, hey, you need to go this way. That's why I've opened all the doors for you. Yeah, so come onto the Heavenly Bridge, go straight over into Kiryu House. You've got the octagonal key, of course, automatically when the chapter begins. I'm going to go right down the steps, guys, and exit. I'm going to make our way over to the storehouse to the far east. Yeah, we're going to go inside. Then we've got to get the crests then. The crest from the children, the crest from the Osaka house, and the crest from Kiryu house. It's a safe game if you want to when you pass by. Yeah, and by the way, as well, once you've completed the game on Nightmare, you unlock Chapter Select on Nightmare as well. So at the moment, Chapter Select is only available on Story. Is it Story, Battle, and Normal? I think I forget what the middle difficulty is called. But yeah, once you complete Nightmare, you can then Chapter Select on Nightmare. But I think each time to make it available, I think you have to start the game on Nightmare anyway to make Nightmare become available as a Chapter Select option. Because remember, as I mentioned earlier, in order to make all the prayer beads respawn, you have to keep doing a new game, get to first save point, and then do chapter select from there. There's a way around it. If you leave all the prayer beads in the game, but reload the chapter select, but in reverse order. For example, if you grab prayer bead from Kiryu House in room 1 on chapter 8, but then load chapter 7, it'll be there again. That's another way around it. I'll see if I can work that into a grinder somehow. But you'll see that when we get video 4 up and ready on the channel. So yes, come into here, guys, and lock at the octagonal key. Do not worry if enemies are chasing you, because when you open this door and come inside, it de-aggroes them. So come in through the cell, grab the type 00 film on the floor, then open the drawer on the right, grab all the loot inside it. You'll find Tachibana family crest, photo study, village map, and the bound diary 3. Next up, leave the cell, turn left, come to a small room, grab the herbal medicine, and grab that note where the kids were, children's note number 4. You have to trigger that or collect it in order to make the kids run off into that area. So yes, make sure you grab that children's note 4 in that open room. Then once done so, come around the back of the storehouse, because now we want to get a few prayer beads. Now they've got the unbinding of blood, their filter, you know, is it the radiant? So crouch back beneath this log, go left over to this nearby house, and come to this pot. So cleanse the unbinding on it and grab a prayer bead from inside. Once you've got that, you want to make your way east, or more like southeast, over to where that small like hut is, this Kaya hut. And near here, guys, is a phantom expose. So mate's chest spawn near this tree by using your exposure filter. I don't think I'm getting it mixed up. Am I getting the names right? Sometimes I get radiant and exposure mixed up. Yeah, basically just mate's chest spawn, guys, and grab a prayer bead from inside it. Once got that, make your way northeast into the settlement. There's not going to be anything to collect here. I don't think none of these prayer beads spawn on Nightmare. So if you want to make your way kind of like north, once in the settlement, you head north over to this northeast door with the unbinding of blood on it. You're probably going to start coming across quite a lot of random enemies now, by the way. Yeah, the random enemies, they kind of spawn like every 30 seconds to a minute. So you always want to make sure you're always trying to make progress. So an enemy does spawn when you unlock this door, by the way. So cleanses unbinding of blood. Like I say, do not hang around too long because enemies will kind of like keep spawning. Yeah, just be ready to evade when you open this door. So likely going to be an enemy behind it. I think once it hasn't spawned for me. But every other like 10 times I've done this, it does spawn. Yeah, and this is another one which if you attack her as soon as she comes through the door, you're going to knock her through it. So wait for her to come a few steps past the door before you attack. Then unleash your camera skills onto her. There you go. We're going to find a Transcendence Bead in this next area. I think we get one Transcendence, we get a prayer bead inside a pot, which is cursed. Yeah, so I was quite lucky then. I knocked her through the gate, but she didn't get angry. Right, got her. Right, so let's go on through. So we've got to find the 3 kids in order to get a crest and then defeat them all. So come up the steps, turn right. The first kid will be inside this doorway. That's it. Just take a photo of that revenant, the hiding boy. And then in this broken pot nearby will be a Transcendence Bead. So grab that one. Then just around the corner on the bench will be type 14 film. Times 14. And then go left here. And look on the roof above and you'll see a boy blending in the shadows just below the roof. There'll be sacred water below him if you need it. Then come around this next corner, and in this corner opposite will be the final revenant. Again, get a photo of her, guys, and that'll trigger a fight. Now he's got to take out his 3 kids. Yeah, he's got a family crest as well. So just make sure you just keep moving around, lock onto him, get a few hits in, move around, lock onto him, get a few hits in, and just keep doing that. Right, got one down already, it's not too bad. Yeah, if you're unlucky, each time you attack one, you just keep getting attacked. That's why it's a good idea to keep moving around. They do die pretty quick though, at least. They get low HP. And look at that. Just because I moved around, I avoided this grab then. Coming in for a hug. Got them. Nice and easy when there's only one. Okay, so once you've got 3 enemies, make your way south towards the gate. But do not go through it yet. From the gate, you want to make your way east. And do that chest with the unbinding of blood on it. Just cleanse it. Yeah, this chest here. That's it. Grab a prayer bead from inside it. Now we're going to make our way into Osaka House. And because this is going to be our last visit to the house, we're also going to loot the back room. Yeah, in the back room you're going to find 2 prayer beads and some ammunition as well. Some of these documents which keep popping up, they're just related to side stories, that's why I'm not collecting them. So into the sunken hearth room. Once inside here, we're going to go left into the kimono room where the save point is and grab a Type 14 film near the window. We could have got this earlier, but I guess I'm just collecting it now. You can also save your game if you want to while you're here, but you have to get rid of the enemy first, which you've got to do anyway, because as you see in a moment, she does chase you all the way to the top. Yeah, Type 00 film there, but I can't grab it because she is trying to attack me. Yeah, collectibles which you kind of have to reach for, and you get that slow motion animation. Those types of collectibles, the game does not let you collect them when you're in an enemy battle. Only ones which you can kind of like grab instantly. So there is a chest there I have to spawn, but I can't see enemies attacking me. Does that mean that woman down the bottom just chased you all the way up here? Might have been better to go to the back room first, because that might have despawned her then. Okay, so we'll do the Revenant now. Sorry, not the Revenant, the Phantom Expose. So expose that Phantom. As it makes chest spawn, and inside you'll find the Osaka family crest. Okay, so once you've got that, spin around and kill this enemy which spawns behind you. Then on the way out, we're going to grab a Transcendence Bead. How many Transcendence Bead in this area? So you've got... There's 1 down in the deep path. You've got 1 in this room. Is there only 2 in Osaka house? Looks like it. Yeah, so here, opposite the way you came in, to the guest rooms, there you go. Grab that Transcendence Beads. Then once got a Transcendence Bead, come back out into the hallway. Turn left, go down the steps, and the next junction go right and enter the back room at the end. We're going into back rooms, like I say, there's 2 prayer beads in there. Yeah, so in this drawer on the right will be a prayer bead. I wonder if it's only the prayer beads which were loose on tops of things which they've kind of removed. But all the ones which are kind of inside drawers or something like that, they've left them in the game. Perhaps that could be what they've done. So yes, once you've got a prayer bead inside the room, come outside into the garden, expose that Phantom to make a secret passageway appear. Come inside and grab a Type 00 film, guys, and the prayer beads on the shelf. Once you've got a prayer bead on the shelf, got that Type 14 film beneath the window, and that's all we need. Yeah, that's all you need now in Osaka house. We can now leave it for the final time. Until the cleanup later anyway. So now we want to make our way into Kiryu house. Once you get in, there'll be a new Transcendence Bead immediately on your right. But when you try to leave here, be ready to evade the enemy which is behind the door. I thought I did trigger him, so I'm sure the music changed slightly. But while I'm waiting, just come over here and grab this Type 00 film. Beneath the stairs. Yeah, okay, so the enemy didn't spawn. Let's go and try that again. So yeah, once you get that Osaka family crest, there's always going to be an enemy, guys, which is behind this door on the way out. Again, wait for him to come forward a few steps, otherwise you're going to knock him behind the door. Yeah, it looks like he's aggravated. But remember, if you aggravate an enemy and knock him past that threshold, you normally always enter fatal time when they're aggravated. So try to make sure you take full opportunity of that if it does trigger. Right, got him. And I've got no health left. So I should probably use a save point. I know there's a save point in Curry House. I might use that one in there. Okay, it's going to make our way outside. And into Curry House then, like I said. I'll use that save point on the way. So go left, left again. And you want to go in Curry House via the front door. Not a side door. Look at that guy. That's lucky. I was not expecting that one. So once we've got this crest, that's all we need. We then need to go up to... we might need the one from Courier Shrine yet, actually. So come inside. And there's the Transcendence Beads. Yes, only spawns on chapter 8 onwards. That's why it was not there when we came in it earlier. Yeah, grab that Transcendence Bead. Then coming into the altar room. Grab a document on your left. Doll Maker's Note 6. I believe you have to grab that in order to make a skill spawn. It leads you to the next crest. So once you've got that, come into the hallway. Make way over to the save point. And I'm going to interact with this so I can save my game and get my health back. It's got to wait a moment for the trace to allow me to. Right, here we go. So yes, got my health back. Save game if you want to. So you're going to follow the trace now. Yes, and if any enemies spawn along the way, you have to defeat them, guys. Otherwise, they're just going to get in your way a bit later on. So that doll spawns there. Got rid of her. Then once in this stairwell, you have from them like enemies which crawl along the floor. The crab enemies. Then once got rid of them to make our way upstairs, turn left at the top, and we're going to make our way into the sliding screen room. You're going to have to fight a doll maker in a moment. Yeah, so once in the sliding screen room, she's going to run into a small room, unlock it for you. Then you can loot the chest inside to find the Kuryu family crest, along with the bloodied note. And then back in that other room, Doll Maker will spawn. There will be a Revenant in here afterwards, but the Revenant does not spawn a prayer bead. Yeah, so sometimes I just go for the dolls if it's going to keep locking onto them. I think I've got him finally. And that's pretty much all we wanted here. So from here we can start making our way towards the old tree. We'll make our way up to the shrine. Back down here to get out into the hallway, and then just make our way south, guys, and you'll get back out to the Tachibana path. When you go across a small bridge in a moment, there'll be an enemy there. But if you run straight past the enemy, once you get near the tree, it should de-aggro and then the specter should appear. Because in order to access a shrine and get a photo which we need, you normally have to trigger the specter. And of course, specters will not spawn if an enemy's chasing you. But yeah, if you just run straight up to this tree, guys, it'll de-aggro the enemy and the specter will spawn. Just wait a moment. And there it is. So once that spectre spawns, you now get the objective to head up to the shrine. So make way up steps. Once up here, you are going to have to defeat the 3 enemies otherwise you can't gain access. And we are going to come back in here on the final chapter, because unfortunately there is a Transcendence Bead in the shrine, but it does not appear until you're on the final chapter. So it means you have to defeat the 3 enemies at the start in order to gain access, because otherwise you can't open the shrine at the start of the final chapter when the enemies are still aggroed. So yeah, we get rid of these 3. Be very, very careful. Yeah, these can kill you really quick, so watch your health. You're probably going to see me use a few herbal medicines here. I probably should have used a sacred water. I think sometimes I forget that I've got sacred waters. But yeah, just keep moving, guys. Attack, moving, attacking. Yeah, these guys hit you very fast. Right, there's only 1 left, so it should be easy. There is a save point in the shrine, so you know you can get your health back if you need it. Right, got him. Okay, didn't quite go smoothly as I planned, but got rid of him nonetheless. We'll get health back in here anyway. So yes, come to the shrine. I'm going to cleanse the pot on your left to find a prayer bead inside it. Yeah, get rid of that unbinding of blood. Unbind the bind. Or sorry, bind the unbind. There you go. So prayer bead, use the save point if you want to save your game. Then at the back of the room you want to get the photo of the old tree. You have to get this photo because without it you cannot make the hole appear in order to gain access. And like I say, there will be a Transcendence Bead in here right in the back corner, but it only spawns on the final chapter. Yeah, it spawns on that furniture right there in the corner. Don't know why it don't let you get it now. Just one of those things. So yeah, come around back there, guys. Grab a folklorist note 6 and the photo of the old tree. Once got them, go back outside. Then we use the Phantom Expose to reveal the path and go inside. All we've got to do then is make our way to the graveyard area. Get another Transcendence Bead. Take a photo of the Umbral Mound. To get the other crest we're missing. And that hidden cutscene is coming up soon as well. I'll let you know about it. Yeah, an alternate cutscene for the bad ending. There you go, make that hole appear. Then quickly go through it, guys, before the Man of Ropes catches up. Yeah, I think it's for the, what ending is it called? Is it Long Way Home or something? Or Long Journey Home, something like that. But yeah, there's 2 cutscenes for that ending. And for either cutscene, you either have to do it in Chapter 8 or the final chapter. So once you spawn in here, trigger the cutscene, interact with the mechanism to place those 4 crests, guys, and to update the objective. You get that document, the Umbral Mound. Afterwards, spin around and go out the tunnel on the right, the one to the south. Yeah, take the south exit. Then once you climb out, go right and make way through the graveyard. Now there will be a few enemies. I am just going to take them all out, because if you get them all in stealth, you can do more damage. So I guess you get like a stealth multiplier. The first one will be in here. So turn off your torch, crouch, and you'll be able to instant kill him with a Type 14 film. There you go. Nice. Stealth kill, 1 shot. Get rid of him. Then come to this pot over here. Inside the pot you'll find a herbal medicine. Of course I need him now, so I'm running low. Now there will be another enemy outside here I'm going to take out. Keep your flashlight off. Crouch if you need to, guys. Again, look at that nice quick stealth kill. Then over here in this corner will be Type 61 film. Can't pick it up yet. I'll try and use 61 film now so I can pick that one up on the way back. Okay, there'll be another enemy wandering around this part of the forest to the southeast. Take him out next. Right, and there's one more inside this house. Do not take too long, so they will slowly respawn. And outside the southern building, guys, in the bucket will be a Transcendence Bead. There you go, hidden in there. So grab that. Then take out this enemy inside this house. You probably don't have to, because loot inside here isn't even that great. All you get inside here is lunar incense. There's a twin doll, which you don't need now. And there's also Type 00 film on the chest in the corner. and he's aggravated. So there you go, Lunar Incense and Unbinding of Blood on this chest, and inside it, like I say, you'll find type 00 film. And with that, we've got everything. So we're going to go back outside to turn left. Go through this crawl space to reach the umbral mound at the back. And then outside here, guys, you find type 90 film times, I think, 2. Yep, right in that corner. Then we're going to take a phantom photo of this umbral mound in the middle there. There you go, expose the umbral mound. Straight after, you grab a document at the base. The Man of Ropes will appear, but now you can damage him. So once you grab this crest and the document, yes, take a photo of him, guys, to damage him, then just make your way back to the old tree. Yeah, all the enemies will have respawned now, but you can just run straight past them. And now I can grab this Type 61 film. Now I've got a bit of space for it. Yeah, so only 4. So once back in the old tree, we're going to complete the puzzle. Yeah, to complete this puzzle, I've just lost track where we am now on the text guide to give you a quick solution. Oh yeah, okay, so you need to rotate the bottom left 2 times. So yes, bottom left 2 times, top right 1 time, and top left 2 times. So bottom left 2, top right 1, and top left 2. That's it. That'll complete the puzzle and trigger a cutscene. So straight after, guys, do not help Mayu up yet. Do not help her up. First of all, save your game. Yeah, save your game first. And now if you want to get the extra cutscene, do not help her up. If you want to get the extra cutscene, so after saving your game, go back up towards the shrine, enter the passageway on the back. You'll get that bed ending, but you'll get a different cutscene because you left her asleep in the old tree. Yeah, you'll get a different ending. That trigger another cutscene. And of course, you just reload that save afterwards, guys. Help her up, then come back out here and carry up steps to, of course, finish the chapter. Yes, that will be cutscene 43. I have done it, but I did it off screen. I don't think you need to see that again, just commentary is enough. And it is in the text guide anyway, I've made a note of it. So that will be cutscene 43 if you did it. So 1 more to get, and that will be right at the end of the game when we get a final ending. Okay, so final chapter. So you want to get rid of these 3 enemies. Try to be quick. If you're quick enough, get rid of the first one, then dodge the next few attacks, and of course get the other 2. There you go. So get rid of the first one, start moving away. Yeah, these guys are kind of weak, luckily. Probably using the wrong film, should be using a quicker film actually. Right, but I've got 1 more remaining. So you have to defeat these. I have no idea how I instant killed him. But yeah, you have to defeat them, because if not, you cannot access a shrine. But we're going to come inside now and get the Transcendence Bead at the back. Just be very careful, do not walk too close to the tunnel, because if you do, you're going to trigger an ending. So go through a crawl space, stay near the back wall, that's it. And there it is, you can see it flashing. So grab that Transcendence Beads, and then make our way back, guys, and outside. I would have thought it spawns earlier, but I've just never seen it on chapter 8. It always seems to appear for me on the final chapter. Okay, so all we need to do now is complete the game. Yeah, so almost there, guys. There's what, 15 minutes left, or 20, and we've done it. So there's going to be a few things to collect on the way back, of course. So we've got Transcendence Bead. The next ones will be in Kurosawa House. So all you're going to do now is run all the way back to Kurosawa House. You have to fight that woman on the bridge again, just like always, like clockwork, the floating woman. So to defeat the woman, we'll go inside. And there'll also be a Transcendence Bead which appears in the room to the right now, just after the entrance as well, which is good. And if you didn't go for that prayer bead, back up in the Hina doll room where we did that puzzle, you know, back up in the flickering room in Kurosawa House. I did mention it earlier. But if you want to go and get that, you can do. But like I say, you shouldn't need to. We are going to probably be able to grab more than what we need when we do the New Game Plus. Sorry, chapter set cleanup for the grinding. Yeah, it's not like I'm going to show you exactly enough 250. We'll probably do laps of like, we'll get like 70 prayer beads each time. 70, 70, 70. And I doubt it's going to take us to exactly 250. It's probably going to take us a little bit above. So don't worry, you should have plenty. So in here, just going to grab that herbal medicine. So I didn't collect it earlier. And I've got a space now. So just one Transcendence Bead to grab in Kurosawa House. Well, it's actually going to be a few, actually. Yeah, because there's one in the connecting corridor as well. That one which spawns in hiding space. There'll be one in the deep path. There'll also be 2 prayer beads down there. No, sorry, 3. Yeah, 3 prayer beads down in the deep path. I think the final boss takes me about 10 minutes. Just because I was running out of film. I probably should have bought some better film for her. Yeah, I think I had to eventually resort to my basic film, so it's running low. And by the way, you want to make sure you've also got at least one of each film remaining, because in order for the infinite ammo charm to work, you have to have at least one of that film. It doesn't just give you like 0 of everything and it works. You have to have at least one. Yeah, so cleanse it, unbinding blood, guys, in that door. Go through it, and there'll be Transcendence Bead below this cloth in the corner, right in front of the door when you open it. There you go, grab that Transcendence Bead. Now make way through the cloth hallway, turn left, enter the altar room, go left again into the connecting corridor, go downstairs. There'll be another Transcendence Bead in the hiding spot on your right. Yeah, make sure, so I was mentioning it one more time, guys, make sure you've got at least one of each film when you finish the game. Because in order for the endless charm to work, which gives you infinite film, you have to have at least one of that film in your inventory. Just keep that in mind. I mean, you can always just buy one from the save point. It's not a big deal. Okay, so once back in the altar room, crouch through here. And stand on that plate, open the door. Come down here. So down these steps, on your immediate right in the hiding space will be another Transcendence Bead. There you go, tucked in that corner. Yeah, I don't think this spawns when you first come through. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what chapter. I guess it's on this final chapter, because it's the only one when you have to come back through here. So now make way up the connecting corridor. I've not checked the other side, but I can't see a Transcendence Bead appearing on both sides. Yeah, so make way to the end. So you've got 3 boss fights. You've got the Man of... Sorry, not the Man of Robes. I forget the name of this one. We got this enemy coming up. Yeah, I forget his name. The enemy in the Hall of Ropes, where he likes to spawn all the other ones. Then you got the Man of Robes at the end, and of course, the woman in the white kimono, or bloody kimono. So save game there if you want to. So remember to try to focus on the boss, otherwise you're just going to keep spawning the other enemies, and you're going to run out of film eventually, and you want to try to keep your film as well for the boss right at the end, the 2 bosses at the end. Yeah, so the laser light charm interferes a bit with this boss because it'll keep trying to lock onto the other enemies and it messes it up. But you can imagine how simple the infinite film is going to make it. So you can just keep basically spamming the red one. Especially got fatal frame all the time as well. Right, so he's always going to aggravate after knocking himself down the first time. And then we'll spawn on one of the beams above. He's not always going to be in the same place. So you might have to look around the room a bit, guys. But yeah, after knocking himself down, he always spawns on one of these beams at the top. And when you knock down his health past the threshold, you always knock him down and trigger a fatal time. So you get a nice bit of damage in. Now I'm just hoping I can lock onto him and get rid of him really quick before any other enemies attack me and interrupt. Right, got him. That wasn't too bad. So you don't need to collect this item on the altar. I think for a moment I was thinking it's a Transcendence Bead and I forgot to pick it up. But no, it's just a Spirit Stone, but we already have that Spirit Stone. So yeah, you did see me pick it up, guys, but you don't need to. Yeah, that Chrysocola too. We've already got it. Okay, so now we're going to carry down into the deep path. Almost there, almost at the end. Yeah, 15 minutes of boss fights remaining. So when you first come down here, when you get to first fork, you're going to do the Phantom Expose on the right, on the crevice, to make a path appear. Inside there you're going to find Lunar Incense ×1, Prayer Beads, Transcendence Beads, and a Fluorite 3 Spirit Stone, which we don't need, but it's there anyway, let you know. But an enemy does spawn, you have to defeat the enemy, because if you don't, you can't take out Transcendence Beads. I did try going for the bead first, see if I could get it before he triggered, but it won't let you. I guess you pass an invisible line on the way to the bead, which triggers him. Yeah, so he doesn't normally spawn when you first go into the room, it's when you kind of walk past halfway. Yes, there he is. So get rid of this enemy which spawns. All the other enemies in this tunnel, we're going to try to kill them in stealth, so we can take them all out in one hit. Remember not to use all your film, keep at least one if you can. Right, got him. Yeah, so that's that Fluorite 3 Spirit Stone, and there's the Transcendence Bead, so it's inside this broken pot. So grab the Transcendence Bead, grab the Prayer Bead on that chest, and the Lunar Incense on there if you need it. Okay, so we'll be a few enemies along here. You might want to turn off your torch so you don't trigger them too early, and you can get stealth attacks. And hopefully kill him in one snap. So that's one of them. Yeah, I'm getting quite low on ammo. This should hopefully allow me to conserve it. The reason you have to kill him is because there's a chest coming up, and if you don't kill him, you're not going to be able to access a prayer bead, so you're going to have to kill him anyway. Yeah, there's another enemy around this left corner. Take him out. Then carry on around the left corner towards the chest. Cleanse the unbinding and grab a prayer bead from inside it. There's no more prayer beads, no more Transcendence Beads, by the way, that's all of them. You should have got 18 Transcendence Beads altogether on this playthrough, yes, 18. So if you go into your equipment list, item list, and Transcendence Beads should say 18 out of 50. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now, open my upgrade menu and fully upgrade my focus. There you go. Take a few Transcendence and a bunch of prayer beads. So my Camera Obscura, that part is fully upgraded. Now I need to fully upgrade, you know, standard filter, radiant exposure, all that. So that enemy can run straight past him, because we're not going to do anything immediately near him anywhere, and he'll give up chasing you eventually anyway. Now once you reach the water, you do want to defeat these two enemies. because we're going to get a prayer bead in a moment, and you can't get it when these two enemies are aggroed. So yeah, take out these two. So that's one of them, and the other one will be at the window. If you get a bit closer, you might be able to get a better stealth attack on him than what I did. Yeah, so I wasted 3 film there when it should have just taken 1. Okay, so once they're dead, come to this window and take a photo of the Revenant behind it. And taking that photo will make a prayer bead appear on the floor. That one just there. Once got a prayer bead, continue on to the end, guys. Go down the steps and save your game. This is the last save game before, of course, the ending. And that prayer bead as well was the last one we're going to get. So right now your prayer bead should say approximately 111 out of 420. And Transcendence Beads will be 18 out of 50. If you did get that extra prayer bead in Kurosawa's house that I missed, you should have 112 out of 420. But like I say, don't worry if you're a little bit lower than me. We'll figure it out at the end when we do the grinding. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to equip Mio's charm. Mio's. M-I-O. Yeah, very important. This will trigger the ending, which is exclusive to Nightmare. Yeah, Mio's Sparkling Spirit Stone. Make sure you equip that one. That's it. And what I took off, I think I took off the auto charge. The thing is, it don't really matter, because once you trigger the specter to appear, that locks in the ending, and they can change it to something else. You haven't got to have it equipped for the whole of the ending, by the way. I'll let you know when you can change it up. Basically, once the specter spawns, that's it. The ending is locked in. Unless, of course, you reload and do something different. So make sure you got Mio's Sparkling Spirit Stone equipped. Save your game, carry on forward, guys. Crouch through that blockage. Shortly on your right, just after it, will be some Type 90 film, times 8. And then just before the ritual room will be Type 00 film. So we're going to get a final spectre in a moment as well. Mayu questioning. And when the spectre spawns, that's what locks in your ending. And then once that's done, you can then switch out to your charm, guys. So go back Type 00 film, continue forward. Then when you see a spectre appear, and there it is. So get a photo. Mayu questioning. And that's it, the final one. And that will be 156. So you got a trophy, chasing the shadows, or the shades. I hope you got a trophy. Yes, that will be 156 we've just collected. So any numbers you're missing, if you look at the top, if you look at the name on the right and above them, that's the official number. If you type in whatever numbers you're missing in my text guide, it should take you straight to them. There you go, that's one we just got. So now the ending is locked in. And it'll be the remaining sun ending. Okay, so I can now change my charm. It's going to go back to my normal build. So auto charge. If I got faintly, auto charge, faintly glowing crystal. Then I think it's Zoisite at the top. And Lazulite. Yeah. Okay, so continue on forward. Trigger the boss. Man of Ropes. So just like normal, guys, when you go for some of the more tricky endings, you're just going to have a few stages. So you'll keep aggravating. What you've got to be careful with him is if you don't get him in the right corner, you can keep pushing him out of bounds and you won't be able to damage him. But if you try to push him kind of like on the left but in the middle, you can damage him for a lot longer. I think the final boss is more annoying because if you don't get it quick enough, she just keeps kind of like transforming into her other face. And she gets like more defense during that, and she also gets health back. This guy only seems to like aggravate maximum probably like 2 times, I think. Well, I've not seen him aggravate more than that anyway. So yeah, be prepared, because when you deplete his health the first time, he's likely going to aggravate it again. Yeah, like this, you'll see. And these are good farming spots as well, by the way, because defeating these 2 bosses gets you about 200,000 per time. But we're going to try to include that when we're doing the prayer bead farming. So we're going to be farming for prayer beads and transcendence, defeat these 2 bosses at the end, get an ending, then reload that ending into New Game Plus to refresh the map, make everything respawn, get to a save, quit, reload that save on chapter select, and then keep doing that, guys. Like I say, about 8 to 10 times, I think. And remember not to use all your film, keep at least 1. Right, I think I got him finally. Right, yes, he's dead. So now we're going to continue down the tunnel and to the final boss at the end. Yeah, which is going to take about 5 minutes, because I ran out of film. Yeah, chapter 0, the Abyss. No more specters to get. Of course, we've got a trophy already. All you have to do now is get his final cutscene. Or his final ending. Cutscene's not needed for trophies, of course, but all the endings are. So I'm not going to show it until we do the final video. But once got every ending unlocked, when you load up any game and go to save point, you'll be able to purchase the Endless Charm and the Ritual Charm. The Ritual Charm will give you a trophy when you buy it, but that makes it so every shot you take is a fatal frame, and the Endless Charm makes it so you've got infinite ammo, but you have to have at least 1 for it to work, and they cost $500,000 each. It's quite a lot, and like I say, we'll buy them when we do video number 4. Okay, so this boss, yeah, just keep spamming anything you got left, guys. That's all you need to do. Of course, try not to let it get too close. And as you can see, if you've got some good film, you can knock health down really quick. But when you start running out of film, that's when it starts taking longer and dragging on. Especially if you give a chance to, to do this. Because now she's covered my viewfinder in grime, which is the first time it's happened. So I've just seen a tutorial pop up. I was just thinking, what's that tutorial? Yeah, it's grime. She will be damaging you quite a bit as well. So make sure you're ready to use your herbal medicine and sacred water if you need them. Yeah, as you can see, she recovers health slightly if you allow her to. But you can imagine how easy this is going to be when you've got infinite ammo. Because you'll probably just keep spamming red film. But sometimes when you want to grind as much points as possible, you might not even want to be doing too much damage. You want to be spamming your quickest film, but also your weakest. Right, so I'm using my Type 00. Problem is, it takes too long to reload. And I'm also using my yellow filter. I thought I had the purple one equipped. You know, the radiant. Looks like I've got exposure. Now it's probably going to get a bunch of health back when she's almost defeated. But yeah, we'll get the remaining sun ending. Yes, there we go. Got a bunch of health back again. And now it looks like I'm onto my basic fill, so I've got no ammo left. Yeah, if you stand in those red circles too long, it'll drain your health. Yeah, with the infinite film, as soon as the fight starts, you can just keep spamming her with the red one. It's just like lock her into place. You get like lots of points. Now it's got health back again. Don't know if you could just keep doing this. You know, let her keep getting her health back, attacking her, let her get health back, attack her. Something I'll have to have a little bit of a play with, actually. See, I didn't realise, but I had some more green film left. And this should be it. Finally got her. So there we go. But you're not quite done yet. There will be an autosave. You have to quickly run ahead and grab her hand. If you don't grab her hand, you'll get the Abyss ending. So make sure you grab her hand, guys. There you go. So you get 2 trophies. You get 1 for completing any ending on Nightmare, and also the Remaining Sun. In order to get a Remaining Sun ending, you've got to make sure you have the Mio Charm equipped when you first enter the ritual room. You know, the specter spawns. And that will push you towards that ending. But yeah, that's it, all the endings triggered. And like I say, now if you go to the shop, there'll be Endless and Ritual Charm will be available to purchase. But of course, we'll do that when we do video number 4, when we do all the grinding. But you can see how long that fight took. That's why I mentioned it might be a good idea to buy film from the shop before that fight at the end, so it doesn't drag on like that. But anyway, that's Nightmare done, playthrough number 3. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for when the final video goes up where we do all the grinding and finish off Platinum. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.